So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This time we're here with the under 18 boys competition between the Red Roos and the Wild Beasts. Red Roos with the ball at the moment after an almost spectacular dunk there from the Wild Beast boys, and we see that defense forcing a travel. So we apologize if you're having trouble with the stream. All these games will be up on the internet on YouTube by tomorrow. But we are really having trouble with connectivity from the stadium at the moment. And finally a score as Red Roos picks up their first. Oh, and the foul on the dunk. Etienne Manuel attempting the dunk, and he was fouled over the back. So he will go to the line. And a travel call. So still with the Wild Beasts. So nice steal there from Jai for the Jow, from the Red Roos. And he's been fouled down the other end. Now the Wild Beasts up on their feet as that long two. And it looks like we've been able to stabilise the stream. Hopefully it will stay up for you. Again, we apologise that. We'll try and improve it as the game goes on. So, ball with Red Rose. Kick back to the top. Looking for options. He's going to come off the screen. No, he doesn't. Chooses to simply kick it. And the floater doesn't go. Good rebound there by the Wild Beasts. Moving the ball quickly. Another 2 to the Wild Beasts. So suddenly, after a scoreless few minutes, the Wild Beasts have suddenly decided that they can play some basketball, and they're starting to nail a few of their shots on the back of some coast to coast. Some great work there in both in defense. So that was Deng Duit that got that. Now, again, those of you who are watching the stream, we are going to just drop the stream for a second, try and re-establish it with a little bit more bandwidth for you. I was down 2. So hopefully you're back. You're back there. And we are back in action. And hopefully now, ladies and gentlemen, we've got over our issues with the stream. As Red Rose misses that. And a turnover. Turnover. The crowd supporting the Wild Beasts like that. And a big 3 has all of the Wild Beasts up on their feet. Shot over the top. Wild Beasts missed that one. Again, the ball's going much, much quicker up and down the court, and it's been a foul. This time it's Max Richards not getting back quickly enough, and he is going to send number 32, Tot Jock, to the line. So very flat shot there from Jock. He gives it a bit more air. There he does on that one. Another three. These boys are putting on a clinic at the moment. Of course, a lot of these boys playing in the VJBL competition here in Victoria. As a big foul. Wild Beast coach wanting to argue the point there, but it was a definite foul. As the quarter finishes, and first point is good, first shot is good. And we're back for the second. Well done. So we are ready to go. So again, today's broadcast is made possible now that we've got our internet connectivity sorted by Australian and New Zealand Basketball Scouts. They can help with athletes wanting to play in the US college or in the semi-pro leagues, both in Australia and abroad. Also, they are involved in the NBL Pro Combine. ANZ Basketball Scouts can help athletes achieve their dreams. Visit anzbs.com for further details. And we are broadcasting from Eagle Stadium here in Werribee, courtesy of Live Sport Australia for the South Sudanese Australian National Basketball Association. Great to be back here again. This is now our third or fourth event for them. We are more than happy to support the South Sudanese basketball here in Australia. It is a great competition. It is a great tourney, and we look forward to doing so in the years to come. We are back live. Well, I reckon we might just get a few words from some of the crowd here as well. That's right. And I think we have a Wild Beast coach here.
Red Roo.
A Red Roo coach. A Red Roo coach. Well, it's better explain who you are and what you're coaching.
So I'm Luke Sunderland. I'm coaching the under-20s this year for Red Roo after doing the 18s and 20s last year. The 20s are also through to the grand final up at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, and you had a great game at the national tournaments, didn't you, with the 20s?
Yeah, last year was really tough game, good crowd. We won in overtime. Pretty memorable for a lot of good reasons, and one I'll remember for a long time. Yeah, and then to cap it off, a birth in the family? Yeah, had a baby girl in May. She's happy and healthy and causing a lot of mayhem and menace and running our lives already. So she's got us wrapped around her little finger. And she's got a basketball net and basketball hoop. Everyone keeps telling me or asking me if I can wait till she wants to play basketball. I just hope she wants to play whatever she wants to, but she'll probably play basketball. Yeah, no, you've had a great influence
around the place, Luke, and it's really nice to see that you're here again supporting the guys.
Yeah, I haven't been as involved as much as I would have hoped this year, just with the birth of daughter. She arrived a month early. So came on board for this tournament last July. I wasn't able to make it down at all. But it's just great to see the program grow. We got 2 teams last year. This year we got 4, and under 18s running around. None of these kids were with the program last year. So all the positive work that the guys did last year is really helping around the community.
Yeah, and for those interstate watching on, now that we have got the internet connectivity issues sorted out, and again we apologise for that. Tell us a little about Red Roo as a club. Where's it based?
So we're based in Dandenong in the southeastern suburbs. So we have kids down ranging from Pakenham through to Clayton, and a few others here or there. Daniel McHughy getting around with a broken hand. He comes down from Eltham most weekends. But a lot of kids are playing rep ball at Dandenong, Casey, Pakenham, those sorts of areas.
Yep.
And then a lot of kids too that aren't playing rep just because not able to get around to a lot of the training. So Red Roo gives them a good avenue to stay involved in a good level of basketball.
Yep. And of course, Wild Beasts have done extremely well this tournament.
Yeah, they've got a really good team, especially a lot of these guys played our current 20s in the 18s grand final last year. So having that age and experience and Deng do it almost right there on cue, puts it in, but yeah, Tot Jock, he's been pretty good revelation for us this week, younger brother of Michael Jock. But yeah, Wild Beasts have got a really strong program, and again, just having consistent coaches around with Nima around the program, and just really helping out those kids in that inner city area. So it's good to see a good regionalised competition around Melbourne.
Yeah, and of course a lot of the guys working out with Manny down at Collingwood.
Yeah, that's also been great for the club to have Manny Hendricks down there, and especially doubling up, playing Big V and coaching their youth league. So the youth league, unfortunately, runners up this year in the grand final, but it's good to see a lot of the Yarra kids playing Big V now for Collingwood.
And you're suiting up again for Big V this season?
So I'm down at Western Port, a bit closer to home. So my suiting up days are long gone, but I'm coaching the senior men's at Western Port and director of coaching the junior boys. Again, it's 5 minutes from home, really supportive club, really well run off the court. I've got a few friends down there coaching other teams too, so I've really enjoyed that move. Yeah,
Luke and I actually go back quite a long way. We coached against each other out at Springers for I don't know how many years.
A long over a decade ago. Over a decade ago.
Over a decade. Yeah. I'm still counting the head-to-heads, mate. I reckon I've got you by a fraction.
It was pretty good competition. It's happy. A lot of those kids that I coached back then are still playing today in Big V and running around, which is
isn't that the great thing?
Yeah,
isn't that the great thing to see these kids starting off at this level?
Yeah.
Going on and playing into the seniors, playing at a good competitive pro-am level, and then still wanting to keep playing again, and even if they just play at domestic. And
a lot of them too. Like one of the kids, so Dayan actually coached with Red Roo a little bit this year as well. So starting to see those guys get over that 25 years of age where they sort of weigh up what the time commitments are. But a lot of those guys that I coached against you back in the day are still coaching basketball, helping out around the traps.
Yeah, and it is lovely to see, the mix of people here supporting the South Sudanese tournaments.
I remember the early tournaments in the backcourts at Dandenong during the midweeks where the competition wasn't too great, and it was fairly disorganised and haphazard. To see where it is today, from where it started in those days out of Dandenong. With about 3 or 4 teams, it's unbelievable. I'm just looking forward to the next 10 years.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, looking at the size of the crowd here, the WNBL and NBL clubs would be rapt to have a crowd this size.
Oh, 100%. Like last year's under 20s grand final, said to numerous people, I've never coached in an environment like that as loud in Australia, and never sort of been a spectator as a part of that in Australia, outside of a high major college game in the States. So the crowd and the support that the whole Sudanese community is getting behind this sport is great.
Yeah, and we have to pay kudos also to the Eagle Stadium staff entering into a long-term commitment and arrangement with the South Sudanese.
No, this is one of the best stadiums going around. It's a bit of a shame it's over an hour and a half from home, but it's always good to come out here, not just for these events, but Big V and VJBL. And we've had some Basketball Victoria camps here as well, and It's just a great venue, and I just hope that other stadiums continue to try and match this standard.
Well, it's certainly getting there. We're certainly getting there. We're getting a number of new developments, both here in Victoria, but also in the other states as well.
Yeah, yeah.
It's instructive to know that you know, even just out towards Casey here in Victoria, the estimates are that they need another 30-odd courts in the next 5 years.
That doesn't surprise me one bit.
No.
We're like, even just with our Red Roo groups, we're really stuck for space at the moment and time. Just with how the program's grown. Then there's a whole range of issues that need to be sorted out around our area. Like, we've had a bit of a problem with the Frankston City Council and that stadium not going ahead, unfortunately, on time. Hopefully that gets back on track the next few months, and that'll really help the community out there. Casey's new stadium's great, and with the population booming out towards Pakenham, and I reckon next 5-10 years you'll find that Gippsland corridor to Warragul will probably become a bit more suburbanised, and the more basketball we get out there, the better.
Yeah, and there's some nice little stadiums out that direction as well.
Yeah,
Churchill's good.
Yeah, and we're down at Western Port. We're getting 4 new courts that start getting built in January, February, hopefully, after our stadium burnt down over 12 months ago. So hopefully that's done by this time in 12 months. We've got 4 courts to work out of there. So we're 4 courts short, and we've got 30 rep teams. But that's about every club at the moment is really struggling for court space, and give these kids more opportunities to work on their game and stay involved.
Well, thanks, Luke.
No worries, Andrew. Great to see you.
Cheers, man.
No worries.
So we're back. Thanks to Luke Sutherland there for jumping in. We'll try and get a few other guest appearances during the course of the day. And you can see the Wild Beasts are continuing to apply the pressure to the Red Roos here with just on 3 minutes to go. They have a sizable lead, but they've just given away a foul, and that sees Tot Jock going to the line for Red Roos. So he makes his first. Ball's out of bounds off the Wild Beast player. So Red Roos will get a chance to close this gap as the temperature rises in the stadium. Yeah, it's supposed to be a 35-36 day today here in Melbourne. As shot misses, Wild Beasts bring the ball down, they'll settle it down, looking for options. Kick it off to the wing. Can't get the dribble drive going against the zone, but they can get the three. And there's another three for the for the Wild Beasts. So here he goes. And the floater over the top. Great work there from number 4. That is Wang Nith. And it's a timeout on the floor. One of the other nice things that we didn't talk about with Luke was although he mentioned Dejan Vasiljevic, who's again having come back from college, is now doing some work with the Red Roos. But in all of the clubs, to see the number of younger players, or ex-players I should say, who are now putting back into their clubs and coaching as well. So it's a fantastic effort from all of these young basketballers to support their community and to here we go. So we are now back into the action as we come out with so Red Rose almost losing control of the ball, and they do lose control of the ball. Somehow the ball is turned over twice without a foul. Kicks across. And this time there's the foul as Manuel drives to the basket. He will go to the line. And we have a timeout. Well, actually, we don't. We have half time. But shots will go up first. He makes the first. So it's Athian Manuel. Nothing but net. Two baskets there for him. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back with you very shortly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at the Eagle Stadium, Werribee, going into the second half of the under-18 competition between the Red Roo and Wild Beasts. And it's the Yarra Wild Beasts that have the ascendancy at the moment as they put another 2 on the scoreboard. Talking about which, we'll let you see that right this very minute. 30-13 as the and another 2. So this is probably the best tournament I think that I've seen for the Wild Beasts. And the way that these young 18-year-olds are playing, we should see them feature in the finals of this tournament for the next couple of seasons, certainly. Nice movement down the court there from the Wild Beasts, but unable to keep control of the ball. And unfortunately, we're just simply okay, the stream has settled down again. So again, we apologise if there are any issues. We are having intermittent internet issues here from Werribee. Red Roo driving. Nice. As Mecha puts the ball through the hoop, narrowing the gap ever so slightly, has been a feature of this game so far. The number of free throws that have been attempted and made. Nice pullback, Mecha. This time he gets a 3. Great work there from his teammate, driving in, drawing the opposition. And saw that Mecha was open on the 45, just kicked the ball out to him. Great effort. Great effort. Now, what can the Wild Beasts do? Move the ball through. That's going to be short. Poor choice there. They had plenty of time on the clock. Huge 3. That was from downtown. And the foul. So, Wang Nath will go to the line. He's got a bit of a corky on that one as well. Yeah. So as subs are being made, I would expect the Wild Beast bench to sub shooter here. Yep, there he comes. Well, he's called it himself anyway. As the team medical staff swing into action. 3 doesn't go. Good rebound there from Max Richards for the Wild Beasts. Nearly threw it away, but recovered. And from deep corner, doesn't drop. Probably better to have attacked the basket there. Red Roos hadn't got back in defence enough, but and the ball's gone out of bounds. It will be a Red Roo ball. Just under 4 minutes to go. And it's a 3 points. That got the Red Roo boys up from the bench. They like that. Answered down the other end. Acott missed the previous one, but he made no mistake that time. And the block! Oh, what a... Did he get up to nosebleed territory or what? Because that was definitely going down, and Acott, giving away a head, got up and got that block. Timeout. We shall be back in a second. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are being presented with a real treat here. There have been some fantastic skills on display so far today, and we expect that to continue. The crowd is massive. There is probably about 15%, 10% spare seating at the moment, as Wild Beasts rattle a 2 in. Red Roos. Afoa loses the ball, and nice windmill over the top from Manuel. No defense there from the Wild Beast boys. Sees Red Roo get down there too easily. And I apologise, it was Blake Taylor that lost the ball for Red Roos. Ball's gone out of bounds off the wild beast. Subs coming in. So you're watching the 2017 South Sudanese National Basketball Association Summer Slam Grand Finals, thanks to Live Sports Australia, showcasing Australian sport both globally, both live and on demand. Make certain that you follow us at Live Sport Australia on Facebook for details on upcoming sports broadcasts. And of course, the Live Sports Australia crew here today behind Falcons TV. You can also follow at Falcons TV, ITV as well. And we'll be back in the Big V season, streaming all home games from Waverley as Taylor can't get his way. Just bullies his way through the Wild Beast boys, and this time kicked it out. It's gone to number 32, Tot Jock, another three. So it's a 10-point margin. Look, Red Roo has got themselves back into this game. If with the last 10 seconds to go, if they can keep this, and they're not going to, yes they are, it'll be a, whoops, that'll be it. They've kept it within 10. So if they can come out and just grind their way, win this game 3 minutes at a time, they will have caused an upset, because so far it has been looking like, apart from the first 2, maybe 3 minutes of the game, it's been looking like a Wild Beast game all the way. We will be back shortly. So back here at the Eagle Stadium, what can the Red Roos do? It'll be a Red Roos ball. Can they in fact eat into this 10-point lead? Good screen coming off it. It's kicked back out. Lost control of the ball. Found it again. Lost control. And there's a foul. So, Jacob Foa, a little bit undisciplined in that. Did not need to foul that. His teammate was putting enough pressure on the shot, and that has definitely given Red Roos a lift. 2 shots, and again the excellent free throw shooting from both sides continues. Afoa, this time finger roll. Great little feed there from David Dada. And now Afoa with another foul, and it'll be It'll be sending Match out to the line. Only gets one of those, and Nafoa with the rebound gets it out to Dada. Now Wallabies slow it down. Go to set something up. They're setting a screen, good roll. Missed that, but kicked it across. Now it's got to go inside. No, he's trying to drive it himself. From the top of the key. Doesn't drop. And the crowd's chanting defense as the ball goes over the top of the key. And there's a three. This game is coming alive. All of a sudden, after 3 quarters, which looked to be Wild Beast by a mile, all of a sudden Red Roo is putting the pressure on. And subs from both sides. As Maketh can't get, sorry, no, it's Deng Dut can't get the ball to drop. So, no benefit to Wild Beasts from that last foul. What can they do now as they get the turnover and throw it away? From the top of the key, there's a three! Tot Jock. Probably that's 6 or 7 he's hit. And he was left a mile open. This time the Wild Beasts can't get it to go. They can this time though. Long two. And the crowd is wanting some defense from the boys. And that's exactly what they got. So this crowd coming alive as the game comes alive. We're down to the last 5 minutes of this game. It is a 6-point game. Okay. So all of a sudden, the foul shooting has dropped away. One to go. And this time he's made that one. 41 plays 46. Overly ambitious shot there. Too early in the count, and a charge. Late call from the ref. Looked the right call on the monitor. As this stadium is built with really good air conditioning, but unfortunately it doesn't feel like the air conditioning is on at the moment. So and again, the crowd is excellent here as we see the supporters coming in, getting ready for the next game, which will be the City Queens versus the Yarra Wildbeasts. Two local Victorian teams. And the ball's with Red Roos. Shot doesn't go, but there's a foul. So it'd be interesting to see can the Wildbeasts hang on. They're just showing a little bit of as the shot goes down. They're just showing that they're a little bit discomposed, I suppose is probably the best way. It's not quite panic there, but they're certainly they're feeling the pressure now after leading so comfortably during the majority of the game. And both coaches have used the vast majority of their timeouts as Red Roos come away with the ball, and it's a 3-on-2. Should not have turned it over there. But it's given the Wildbeasts a bit of a chance again, and he stepped out of court. Good defense there from Lebiat, just forcing the drive over the line. We're down to the last 2 minutes. Wildbeasts with a steal again. They need a basket, a stop, another basket. Just get a bit momentum back again. And that's not going to be the way to do it. Again, forcing the shot up. And there it is. Blake Taylor showing a lot of composure. Just quietly put up the left-handed layup. And now Wallabies put themselves under pressure. It's down under 8 seconds. 7. It's too many dances. Shot doesn't go. It's a 1-point game. And it'll be no timeout. Yes, it is. So a timeout. We'll be back ever so shortly. Well, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully we are back online now for you. What an exciting end to the finish. We are now in a 5-minute overtime period. And we're still having issues with our stream. Must apologise for this. And it will be a Facebook. So, ball with Red Roos. The opening stanza of this overtime period. Big reject there by the Wallabies. What can they do? Can they regain their composure? And that's not going to help. As down the other end. Oh, a good block, but then even better putback. First points of overtime period go the way of the Red Roos. A drive, dish. Back to the drive and dish, but this time kicked out again. So Red Roos coach has done an incredibly good job of adjusting his team's play to the Wild Beasts offensive approach. And this time, Wild Beasts make an attack on the basket and are rewarded, at least with free throws. So what can Manuel do? Made the first. Missed the second. And almost a good rebound there. It's gone out of play. So still a 3-point game. We're down to around the 3-minute mark. Well, this switch sides. Floater! 1 point game. 53-52. And it's a jump ball going the way of the Wild Beasts. Now they need to move the ball. Poor choice of shot there. Did not draw the defense. Found his way through okay, but you know, when you're 1 on 3, it's not really a high percentage shot if it doesn't go in. And luckily for the Wild Beasts, Red Roos can't convert either. So coming back down. Drive. doesn't go, but Manuel will go to the line to tie it up with 1.5 minutes to go. Of course, fouls. And just at the right time, as Manuel scores 2 and puts the Wild Beasts ahead by 1. Our stream is stabilised, and it's almost a turnover. Nice work there from Dang Dut to put pressure on the ball without fouling. They cannot afford to foul at this point in time. And Wild Beasts now, can they get the next bucket and put the pressure back on Red Roos, who have been looking the better, and they can! So Red Roos now having to push harder, and no one talked as Jonga steals from behind. They have to get the ball up. They're down under 8 seconds. It's going to fall into the hands of Red Roos. It's a 3-point game. It has to drop. Doesn't. And with 24 seconds to go, a timeout to Red Roos. Again, reminding you that today's broadcast is made possible thanks to the Australian and New Zealand Basketball Scouts. They can help with athletes wanting to play in the US college or in the semi-pro leagues, both in Australia and abroad. Also involved in the NBL Pro Combine. ANZ Basketball Scouts help athletes achieve their dreams. Visit anzbs.com for more details. And of course, you can also follow anything to do with Australian basketball, both here and overseas, on pickandroll.com.au. So, great support of Australian basketball and sponsor of this tournament as well. .23 seconds to go. What can the Wild Beasts do? They do not want to play defensively here. Kick the ball around. There it is. There's the shot. No, he's not going to go for it. He's down under 10 seconds. And the foul. So this shot to seal the game for the Wild Beasts. And it's that man who's been instrumental in most of the turnaround and for the Wild Beasts in this last quarter is Athian Manuel. And his heart was pounding as that one just rolled its way around the ring and finally dropped. As does that. So that's it. Wild Beasts will win this game. And, oh, there's been a foul on the last play. And there are 2 shots to come as the crowd as the crowd invades the pitch. Coaching staff and other officials trying to get them off the court. So Manuel goes back to the line. And he makes that one. Misses the second, but it doesn't matter because it's all over. And now the crowd, oh, that is not good. And we'll leave you with the... that will be back shortly.